Dear students, our today's lecture is devoted to the learning performance indicators and teaching activities. First of all, we are considering learning performance indicators. So those are the rate of progress in mastering knowledge and developing skills of the student. Next one, the ease of mastering, without tension, fatigue, experience, or satisfaction from mastering knowledge. And of course, we should mention the flexibility to switch to new ways and techniques of working with a new material. Strengths of retention of acquired knowledge. And orientation activity under new conditions. Intellectual initiative. Perseverance in achieving the goals, ability to work in a situation of interference. And of course, receptivity to help to each other in social activities.
So we can conclude that learning performance indicators are essential tools used to measure how effectively students acquire, retain, and apply knowledge. And this diagram illustrates the key indicators that reflect the overall quality of learning outcomes and help educators evaluate both teaching effectiveness and student progress. At the center of the scheme, we see learning performance indicators, representing a system of measurable criteria used to assess the learning process comprehensively. Each surrounding element in the diagram highlights a specific area of performance that contribute to the learner's academic development. Let's begin with the first indicator, academic achievement. This is the most traditional and widely recognized measure of learning performance. It refers to student success in meeting educational standards and achieving high results on tests, assignments, and exams. Academic achievement reflects how well students understand the content taught and how effectively they can demonstrate their knowledge in formal assessment. The next indicator is skill mastery. While academic results show what students know, skill mastery shows what they can do. This includes the ability to apply learned concepts to real-life or professional situations. For example, in language learning, it's not enough to memorize grammar rules. True mastery means being able to use language in communication. Similarly, in technical disciplines, skill mastery involves performing tasks or solving problems based on learned principles. Another critical component is knowledge acquisition. This refers to the process by which learners observe and internalize new information. It's not just about memorizing facts, but about understanding the relationships between concepts and integrating them into one's existing knowledge base. Effective knowledge acquisition lies the foundation for deeper learning and future cognitive development. The final indicator is retention. The ability to store learned information in a long-term memory and recall it when needed. Retention determines the durability of learning outcomes. If students forget material quickly after exams, it indicates that their learning was superficial. Long-term retention shows that knowledge has been meaningfully assimilated and can be transferred to a new context.
So, if we consider teaching activities, in this case we should mention educating and teaching influence of the teacher on the student, aimed at his or her personal, intellectual, and activity development. At the same time, acting as a basis of self-development and self-improvement, according to Zimniak. A special type of social activity aimed at transferring the culture and experiments accumulated by humanity from older generation to younger ones, creating conditions at the same time for their personal development and preparing to perform certain social roles in society. This citation by Sastonin. Basic approaches to defining the concept: teaching activities, recognition of the leading role of a teacher, who is the implementer of a specific educational and general education program. So the teacher in this case performs his or her functional duties and must meet the requirements of the students and even of the parents. The student in this approach is the object of the teacher initiative influence. The teacher is an intermediary between student and surrounding world. He is an equal partner of dialogue interaction with the student. So there are 5-component psychological structure of pedagogical activity by Kuzmina. The first one is a design stage, long-term goals of teaching and upbringing, as well as strategy and ways to achieve them. Next one is constructive approach, features of designing the teacher's own activities and those of students, taking into account the immediate lesson cycle, for example, goals of teaching and upbringing. Next one is communicative approach. Here, it characterizes the specifics of the teacher's interaction with the student, emphasis on the relationship of communication with the effectiveness of this communication with the achievement of didactic goals. And the last one is organizing, the ability to organize your own study or your own daily routine. So let's consider the structure of teacher properties by Kapterev. So here we have to mention special offers and personal offers. What do we mean by special offers? Of course, special offers some objective data and personal offers moral and strong-willed qualities.